Hello, everybody. I hope this video finds you doing well and excited for the new opportunities and challenges that are before us in this new school year. The purpose of this video tonight is, as you are well aware, we were not able to have a new student or freshman orientation. And so I want to take this opportunity to walk you through some of just the main parts of the building and what to expect when you get to the building. Please know that everyone here is here to help out. You see any adult, you see anybody that you think can help you or answer a question, help you find your way, please do not hesitate to ask. And in this video, I am going to be showing you where you can find my office if for some reason I'm not in the halls or out and about, where you can find me directly. So that way, please know my door is always open unless I'm helping someone else. So don't hesitate to reach out. Myself, Mr. Mitchell, any of the school counselors, any of the secretary, any adult in this building would really be happy to help you find your way around. We want you to be comfortable because we're really excited to have you as a part of the Atlantic High School family. So while I'm not the most entertaining presenter in a video, I wish I was really funny and had a lot of great jokes to share along the way. I'm just going to get to the nuts and bolts of it. So one, you make it through this video, and two, you get the important information that's coming your way. During the video, you will not see my face because I'm not what's important in the video. The locations in the building and the content that I share is what's important. So please enjoy. Please feel free to stop, rewind, rewatch, do whatever you need to do that's going to help get you more comfortable with navigating your way around Atlantic High School. All right, let's go Trojans. Right as you enter through the front doors, you will notice on the east side of the building takes you into the auditorium. When you get to school, if you are not eating breakfast, whether you have brought it in or it's school breakfast, you will report to the auditorium. If you are eating school breakfast, you will report straight ahead to the commons area. Then on the right here, you will find the main door to the front office. A sign here that's important for you to know indicates what day for the classes that you have on that day. So if it's an A day or a B day, that's where you can find it. Then continuing past the office takes you right into the commons. Now, what's great about our building is it is designed in what I call the academic H, and the 200 hall, which we're heading down here towards the west, is our first hallway. Found in this hallway, you will find the nurse's office, which is on the north side of the building. Everything is marked, so it says health services. Then just after that, the guidance center, so the school counselors can be found here. Then on the opposite side, you have the media center. The media center does have a different purpose this year, and we'll go more into detail on that next week. Continuing down the 200 hallway, you will enter, or you will see many history classrooms. So we've got Mr. Hallgren, Mr. Hinsman. As we continue down the 200 hallway, we have the middle of the academic H. And so if I turn to the left here, I would be heading down the 300 hallway. But I'm going to keep going through the 200. So I'm showing you some door signs here. Mr. Peterson's classroom is down here, Mrs. Sharp, Miss Wallace. We passed Miss Servine's classroom. So be sure you look at your schedules, and I'll show you how to do that here at the end to know room numbers. But back going through to the 300 hallway, here we're going to continue, and this is the middle of the academic H. And so all classrooms in this hall begin with a 3. So we've got 301 through 308. So for many of your students or your teachers, look for their names, look for their room numbers. That will help you know if you're going in the right direction. If you have a lot of freshman classes, Mr. Baggett teaches some of the English 1 classes, and then I'll show you where Miss Berryhill is, but he also has speech and debate. Spanish 1 is primarily taken with Senorita Nicewinger for freshmen or new students. As we continue down the 300 hall, you will see we have a bathroom here towards the end. Another landmark is this TV and another hand sanitizing station. If I turn right and head back west, I'm going down half of the 400 hall. So here's where we have our chemistry classroom. We continue on down past chemistry, and then on the right we have our journalism, which is one of the top in the state. And English 1 Honors is with Miss Berryhill here in journalism. Continuing on, we have Miss Williams, who has anatomy, biology, and aviation 2, and then we have our art room with Miss Wedemeyer. From here, we will go back down the 400 hallway, and we'll stop at the 300 hall junction in the middle here. So here's looking down from that part. So I'm going to continue down the 400 hallway, and you will find more math classes, an English classroom, a study hall room down this wing. Our aviation lab is in this wing. Again, really check those door signs so you know room numbers and teacher names to help get you where you need to be. Here on the right-hand side of the video, we have Mrs. Hobson, who is our earth science teacher. So again, look for her. She's towards the end of the 400 hall if you are headed east towards the athletic hallway. Then we have 2 more math classrooms with Miss Hayden and Mrs. Vogel. Leaving the 400 hallway, we hit onto tile again. And if we head north or your left, if you are walking, and you will see, you will go back toward the front doors and the commons. Straight ahead was the athletic wing, and then to your right will be another set of bathrooms, and heading down the industrial eye. So this is where you will find your industrial tech classes, you will find your business classes, you will find Senor Vargason for Spanish 2. All of those classes are in this 500 hall, along with vocational ag with Mr. Miller, and Mrs. Knapp also has several classes down in her wing as well. Lots of landmarks to help you find your way, which is why I'm trying to show you that in the hallways. We've got great murals that students in our leadership classes have and are painting in our hallways. So super excited about getting those finished. And then here's Mr. Miller's ag classroom, and then Mrs. Knapp's classroom. So now, leaving the 500 hallway, there are the front doors way down there. Again, at our junction here, we are going down the athletic wing. So on your schedules, these will be classrooms that have 600s. Here you'll see the gymnasium on the left, but on the right will be doorways to the mezzanine. The mezzanine is how you get upstairs to the weight room. So we're going to take a trip upstairs, show you the weight room and the mezzanine, and then we'll head back down through the gym and multi-purpose room. Mr. Larson is our teacher for weight training, and so this is where he will have his classes, but again, he will meet his students down in the athletic hallway and let you into the locker rooms. These locker rooms are found again downstairs, and you will see the signs that are all marked. So on the first day of class, you will report to this area and listen to where Mr. Rankin or Mr. Larson direct you to go. So then that way you will know which locker room you will report to, and you will also be issued padlocks. Here we have the training room with Mr. Neiman, who works with us from the hospital. Such a great asset. We're so thankful to have him. There's another set of doors here at the end to also get you upstairs to the mezzanine. Heading into the gymnasium, want to make sure you know how to get to the multi-purpose room. And in the winter, that is where wrestling season practices really start happening. So you'll see all of the great decor here with our Trojan mascot, and so many beautiful things that have happened in this room to really help honor the wrestlers. 5th hour study hall students will have lunch in the multi-purpose room. Then heading back out through the gymnasium, we're going to go back into the commons and talk about how we operate lunch. Please notice that each table has designated amounts of chairs. Only these chairs can be at these tables. So going into the lunch line, you will enter through this door here, or on the opposite side of the vending machine there's another door. So when you're coming in to get your breakfast or your lunch, these are the doors you enter. So masks are expected to be worn as you get your lunches or your breakfast through these lines. A la carte will also be in the main line this start of school year. You will then exit through the double doors, regardless of which side you come in, and you will check out at a station here. You will then go find your table. Again, the amount of chairs that are at each table are the only amount of chairs allowed at those tables. If you are a band or choir student, you will be encouraged to have your lunch in the band room. So heading down to the music hallway, we enter through these doors here. And you will have another great landmark with a mural that you will find here on the south wall next to a hand sanitizing station. We head on in and you will see as you come in, door placards again for Mr. O'Donnell for band and Mr. Prusman for vocal music. Please recall that at the beginning of the school day, if you are not eating, you are to report to the auditorium. Please notice that chairs have been marked off to help us secure social distancing to help mitigate for your safety. Do not sit in chairs that have tape on them. Sit in chairs that are available, as you see there. If you exit through the west main doors of the auditorium, you will find yourself back at the front doors. And so here, right back where we started. But let's head into the office and see where we can find Mr. Mitchell and Mrs. McKay. Mr. Mitchell's office is just to the left here. Again, also has a placard. Mrs. Gibson, Mrs. Knuth, or Mrs. Soigling can help you get in touch with us. And then this is my office. So feel free to stop by with any questions. Well, thank you so much for watching the video, getting you through the building. Again, please do not hesitate to ask anybody for help because that's what we're here for. And we want to make sure that you are having as great of an experience as you possibly can at Atlantic High School. So hang in there. We've got you. No worries. The next piece here is just some general information that's going to help get you started for your first couple days. So again, we're going to go through a lot more housekeeping items. So please know that more information will be coming because there's going to be a lot of new things for everybody this school year. So we're just going to take care of that while we're all together starting on Monday. So let's go ahead and get started through this information. There's just a few slides, so I will not take an hour and a half going over this information. So please bear with me. One thing that is so important, and it's one of those things that as a student, you sometimes don't recognize until you're much older, but please trust me, there is so much joy in looking back at your high school yearbook and looking back at news feeds and news stories and news coverage and interviews. Just great ways to remember your experiences and to remember the people that you spent 4 years with. So ways to do that, please make sure that you check out ahsneedle.com, and to order your yearbook, you go to jostens.com. So that's very similar if you've been an Atlantic High or an Atlantic Community School District student since you've been here. That's where you got your yearbook for Washington Elementary or Schuler Elementary or the middle school. So please do encourage you to find a great way to capture that. If you were not aware, please know that the Atlantic High School Journalism Department is one of the top in the state of Iowa, and they are #1 in my heart. So please enjoy their good work as you have your experience here in Atlantic. Parents, this is a great opportunity for you also to get included and involved in what is happening in our district and at our high school. And we have one of the strongest booster clubs I've ever been associated with. So Cherie Smith is a great contact. Mr. Mitchell can give you that information, as can Mrs. Gibson. So our Booster Club helps fund so many things for our students in activities, athletics, and really some things just around the building. They are definitely a service organization, and everything they do goes right back to students. It is because of the work that our Booster Club does. When I went to high school, I had to buy all of my cheerleading uniforms, or I had to buy different equipment that I needed for the activities I was involved in. Our Booster Club takes care of majority of that for us at Atlantic High School. So we really encourage and welcome all new volunteers, because without them, our Booster Club would not be as successful as they are. So please, if you want more information about how to join our Booster Club, please reach out to Mrs. Gibson to begin with in our activities office, and she and Mr. Mitchell, and then we can also get you in contact with some of our Booster Club officers on the board, and they will help and welcome you into getting some volunteering done. So please, hope to see you there. All right, for our incoming freshmen, so transitioning from the middle school to the high school, please make sure that you are really well versed in how your high school teachers operate different things. So they're all going to go over some general housekeeping things, some expectations and norms, late work policies. High school credit records are so much different than like in middle school. So everything that you do leads to your diploma. And we want to make sure that your path there doesn't have as many bumps in the road as some people have. So please make sure that you know that teachers will have specific expectations, especially as it comes to late work, and if you have a retake policy, etc. So it is your responsibility as a high school student, and parents are going to have to help your students transition to this, but make sure you know that what the expectations are for every one of your classes. All right. When you look at your schedules, and again, please remember that Friday, August 21st, all of those schedule changes have to be done. So you either need to make sure you email Miss Rose or Miss Dovenspike, you call in, you get something changed if you need it changed. And I hope that you understand that we have spent a lot of time getting our building prepared to give as much social distancing and mitigation strategies to help keep everyone in this building safe, which is why I'm not allowing schedule changes. All right. So as you think about your class schedules, everybody should have a minimum of 6 academic classes, and this then would be in conjunction with a PE or weight training class. So look at your schedules, make sure you have an English class in there, freshmen, you have American history, you have some level of math, you have earth science, again, PE or weight training. If you see a 0 period on your schedule for PE or weights, please know that that means that you have a full academic load, and so for one semester, we need to have a PE waiver for you. So the minimum schedule in one school year would get students, if they earn all of their credits, so they pass every class, so a D or better, but I know our students are much more capable of that, 13 credits per year. So if it takes you 4 years to graduate, and if you pass every class, you've got really no worries into graduation. We do have a small cushion built in, but please know if any course that a student fails, especially if it's a required course, it has to be retaken. So that puts you in jeopardy for losing out on some of those awesome electives we have. And we are moving so forward in our district with so many opportunities that we have. So in our career tech ed, with our aviation, with our music, with our journalism, with our art, we have so many wonderful things that the work that you put in your classes helps get you more of those opportunities. So I hope that you take that seriously. And again, Yes, you may chronologically advance, but if you don't have the credits at the end of 4 years, I want you to understand you will not graduate. And again, we're going to be trying to help you all the way along the way to make sure that that doesn't happen. But students, that is solely your responsibility. Your parents have already gone to school and learned lots of different lessons. So here's a sample schedule. This is an older one. In fact, I think it may be a former one of my personal kids' old schedules. So basically what I want you to know is you will see this column here is the column that lets you know those room numbers, and that's what's on those brown placards on the outside of each door. So that's going to really help get you around from place to place and help you navigate. Again, we've got the academic H, which is the 200, 300, and 400 hallways. We have the industrial I, which is the 500 hallways straight down from the front door all the way on the linoleum. We have the music wing, and then we have the athletic wing. So please make sure that you really look at those placards, and you need to make sure that you have a copy of your schedule, whether it's on your cell phone, whether you physically print it off by Monday before you get to this building, because we are not handing out a physical copy of your schedule. I will probably be a broken record, but I want to make sure you get that message loud and clear. So have it on your phone, have it written down, whatever you may need. That's going to help you navigate through those days. So again, on your schedule, it's this final column that will really help get you to know which room numbers you need to be heading towards. All right, and we're gonna go over this again on Monday, but just so you kind of have a general idea. So if you have these classes under column for A lunch, that means after 4th period, you go to lunch. So for A lunch, you all would go to either the main commons area, the multi-purpose room, or to the band room. So again, for A lunch, those are your 3 locations, and we will divide and break you out to where to go. B lunch, study hall students, those 3 sections, you will have your lunch designated in the multi-purpose room. And then the rest of these classes, so you will go to your 5th hour class, and then you will go to lunch. So again, do not worry about it. We will go over this again on Monday. Your teachers will remind you before the end of 4th hours to make sure that everybody knows where they're going. So we will try and throughout the course of the year, try and keep that schedule so your lunches are not confusing all the time knowing which one you have to go to. Alrighty, something else that I just want to make sure parents have on their radar in thinking about their student schedules. So you know, to earn a high school diploma, you have to have 48 credits. Well, what I need you to understand for our regents, colleges, universities in the state of Iowa, they have what is called an RAI score. And so as students progress through our curriculum, they are earning so many points towards this core score list, tongue twister. But so if you have a student who their goal is to become a student at Iowa State University or the University of Northern Iowa or the University of Iowa, they need to make sure that we are constantly checking their RAI score. So and your school counselors can absolutely help with that. Mrs. Honke, our counseling secretary, is also a great resource. Any of us can help you navigate where that score is. So just want to make sure, parents, that you really understand that as well. So it's not senior year and you're trying to figure out why your kiddo didn't get into the University of Iowa. So all of us on your students' team, we're going to be keeping track of that as well, as long as we know that's one of their goals, because again, it's for these 3 regent schools. As I talked about as well, we have so many wonderful opportunities at Atlantic High School for students to get involved and to really explore where their passions are, where are they driven. So for me as a high school principal, it is safe to say that my passion is making a difference for others. So that is why I joined education, because I felt like that was the best way I could have more of an impact on larger numbers of people. All right. So I want you to take time to explore these electives, really look at what is possible for you. And please understand that everybody's path is different. So that path may be directly into the workforce. We've got a lot of great classes here to help get you there. We've got a lot of great community partners to help get you there. That path may be to a community college. Same thing. We've got opportunities here for you. We have a partnership with a community college. You've got to tap into what those are. Maybe entering the military. Maybe it's a combination of things. Maybe it is that four-year university. You need to take this opportunity that is available to you to really see what you are about, what is of interest for you. And we've got so many great opportunities for you. And if you find that we don't have something, work with us. Let us know that. That's how aviation came to be at Atlantic High School. We had a number of students a couple years ago who were pursuing their pilot's license. Then our local airport and a committee there, a community partnership was grown from this interest. So please communicate that with us. We really want to help you find those paths, but use that as an opportunity for you to grow and develop. And it could change, and that's okay too. Parents, I also want you to know about something that, boy, time is kind of a blur for me. I want to say 9 years ago, this is a program I started at Atlantic High School. And Mrs. Sharp is an amazing individual, super helpful, super resourceful. She has been with me from the get-go in this department. And last year had another super awesome woman helping us out, and that was Mrs. Franken. So what Student Support Services provides for our students, it provides a structured study hall. So if a student really needs somebody to be with them and on them and understanding what work they are doing, help advocate with teachers, help know how to work through some of the curriculum when that student is not with their direct educator for that class. They are here before school. They're here on Wednesdays when we have professional development, and they're available throughout the school day. So please know that this is one of those opportunities of an additional way to get support. So I'm not expecting a parent or a guardian or whoever those adults that are helping our students out to be experts in all of the coursework that we have. As the high school principal, I am not the expert in all of the courses that we have. We have those educators, but I am the expert in how to get us help. And this is one way to how to get our students help. So please, if you are finding that your student is needing some help with organizational skills, study skills, just a little extra support, please let us know and we will get them connected with Student Support Services, and we may explore other avenues as well. But please know that that is available to every student at Atlantic High School. All right, so the first day of school, again, you're gonna report to, when you get to the building, if you are not eating lunch, you're gonna go straight, or excuse me, if you're not eating breakfast, you're gonna go straight to the auditorium. If you are eating breakfast, whether that's food you brought in or that is food that our awesome food service department has prepared for you, you will be in the commons. Then when that bell rings, you will head to your first hour class on that first day of school. And your first hour class will be extended to go over all that housekeeping stuff. Okay. So as you may recall from the letter I sent out, on Monday, school begins at 8 a.m. If you are not eating breakfast, I do encourage students to to get here about 7:50, because then they can head right to their first period classroom and they wouldn't have to report to the auditorium or to the commons. Please know that wandering the halls before first hour is going to be discouraged. If you are wanting to socialize with your friends, you need to report to the auditorium. If you are going to be eating food, you report to the commons. I know I'm a broken record, but I got to make sure you know that. Again, also remember that we will have that AB day posted in our office window every day. Okay, so just check that out because it takes a little bit to get used to that, and especially when we get into inclement seasons. So if we have a snow day, for instance, well, Wednesday, if it was supposed to be a B day and we weren't in school, then Thursday when we get to the building, it's a B day, all right? So again, we'll go through that, and Mrs. Knuth always puts that in the announcements at the top as well. So there's another opportunity for you to know if it's an A or B day. All right, one of the wonderful things about a brand new school year is it's a brand new start. Every school year is a new day. We get to reinvent who we are. We get to decide what type of success we're going to have. What path are we going to take to give us the best possible outcomes by the end of the school year? And that's for everybody associated with the school year. So I'm not just talking to students here. I'm talking for myself. I'm talking for the other educators. I'm talking for parents and guardians. It's a brand new year. What I hope our students know and our community knows is that we're all on the same team. We want our students to be successful. There's not anybody on this team that's going to quit our students. So please know we've got you. We are definitely in this together. And that's a mantra that I believe to my core and I work toward every year, as do many others that I am blessed to work with. Well, there is a quick intro into some real fast general information. I do want to tell you all, I hope that you have a great weekend. You're careful and you come back in one piece. Take care.